What up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Jaystar back again with the Sunday night full strategy show, man. Showdown right here, man, with the Miami Dolphins and the LA Chargers, man. This should be such a great game, man. Like, so happy they flexed this game because I think it was the Cleveland game that was on this Sunday night, and I'm so happy that they flexed this to be this great game, man, right here. And it's so great too that everybody is healthy offensively, man. This is gonna be an explosion. So let's try to get into this because I'm trying to figure out how we gotta attack this one, man. This is gonna be a crazy one right here. So we have, like I always do, going over the defenses. Both defenses here are 3-4 defense. So establishing the pass to open up, if you want to end up running the ball at all, which these teams don't really run the ball too much. They kind of air it out. I would say Miami probably runs a little bit more, maybe, if anything, but Chargers definitely don't really run too much. They kind of pass it to Eckler too as well, and barely little run attempts there. But you want to attack, the middle of the field, tight ends, slot receivers, or then it'll open up one-on-one coverage out wide, as well as backing up the linebackers for you to establish some type of run. And you want to get like 5-yard carries and things like that. You want to establish a pass first for both of these type of defenses. So let's go over fantasy points, completion percent, things like that for each team. So it looks like the Dolphins is 27th in completion percent, so one of the worst teams in the league. As we've seen, too, people been able to pass the ball against them. At quarterback, they're giving up 22.3 fantasy points. At running back, they're giving up 23 fantasy points. At wide receiver, they're giving up 34 fantasy points. At tight end, 15.6 fantasy points, so very high there. Defense, they're only allowing about 4.9. Kickers, they're allowing about 7.2. The Chargers on the other side, though, are 13th in completion percent, so a lot harder to kind of pass the ball there. Quarterback, they're only giving up 18 points. Then running back, 29 points, so very high there at running back. Wide receiver, 33.2 points, and tight end, 12.4 points. Defense is only 5.4, and kicker is 9.8, so pretty high there at kicker. So after going over all that, let's see. So the Dolphins' best play is supposed to be actually their running back, because 29 fantasy points to running back is very high. Even though 33 fantasy points is pretty decent too for receivers, but tight end 12 points, and we have to keep an eye on, I would say, Smythe, if he's going to be able to play or not. Because when he doesn't play, it really allows Gesicki to play really well. So most of all the games that you look at when Gesicki does very good and has like double-digit fantasy points is games where Smythe didn't play. So those 12 points that I feel like are in play super if Smythe is out and Gesicki is going to be like the only tight end. So besides that, though, I'm thinking we all know that there's a cornerback injury here. Let me go over that real quick. I seen somebody is out for the Chargers. Callahan is out. So, Callahan's going to be out. Derwin James is out too for safety. So, it's going to be a tough day for them trying to stop Tyreek Hill when he goes deep down the field. So, I definitely feel like the 33 fantasy points is in play for him. You can also say Waddle could do the same thing, though. And it's 18 points to quarterback, so I don't really think, that would be enough to be captain for Tua. So I think these two, and then I also do like Jeff Wilson, I feel like is in play too at captain, because we do know the Chargers have given up, crazy yards to running backs, and that looks like, where the most success is at. So definitely I would say Jeff Wilson could be in play, cheap captain there. On the other side, when it comes to, my bad, let me not do that. Let me just go through all the flex options then first. Looks like we have Sherfield definitely going to be in play. And so 4,600 Sherfield. Like I said, have to make sure if Smythe is out, because Gesicki will come and play there. Let me see. For kickers, they're giving up a lot of points to kickers. So definitely we'll have to say Sanders would be in play then, since almost 10 points to kickers. And you never know. Like in a shootout too, man, kicker could get a lot of points. So definitely I would say these are probably all the best plays when it comes to flex options here. And then we're going to get off of here and go to the other side here. So for the other side here, man, looks like we got the most fantasy points goes to receiver and tight ends. Yeah, over the running back, but we do know Eckler is still going to be in play, but I feel like his targets probably drop a little bit because Mike Williams and Keenan Allen is able to play. So I definitely think both of those two are great captain spots, but we've seen Palmer. I think that also opens up Palmer for easy, one-on-one matchups. Probably has the weakest cornerback on him out of all those, receivers. And if he's still going to get targets about 6 to even 7 times, I feel like that puts him in play still to be captain. Another cheap option captain on this side. And in shootouts, man, you might have to go that way. And let's see. So for actual, let me think. Also though, since 22 points at quarterback, man, yeah, we got to put Herbert in here too for captain play. This is gonna be a crazy game. Trying to cancel out people in this game, is gonna be hard to do. But it looks like Eckler for flex. Let me see. Who else is it? I don't really know about DeAndre Carter being a play unless you think one of them get hurt. If you think one of these players get hurt, he will enter in the game still. They do kind of sub in receivers and stuff like that. So definitely got to say he does have a shot. But let me see. Was a kicker over here at all pretty high? We got like 7 points here. 7 points is decent. I would say for, Dicker, he could possibly get there. Maybe even more if they're scoring, way more or they get stopped and things like that. That could possibly happen. Besides that, I don't really think it's anything below the main plays, man. I just feel like you're going to just have to really figure this out with having some of the main people in this lineup and maybe going to a cheaper option at captain or something like that. Man, I just kind of hope it doesn't end up being like a kicker at captain for this game. But let's see. So now that we went over all those plays there, let me see, who do I like the best captain spot here, man? Like, it's going to be hard knowing that, the Chargers actually have injuries to cornerbacks and safety to not think Tyreek Hill gets there still. Man, but let me see, man. I just feel like this, my God, man. Like, I don't think Tua is probably going to be needed. I don't, for some reason. I think, Tyreek could get there alone without having Tua. Even if I'm going to take him as captain or just put him in the lineup. So, man, like, I guess, man, I got to just go ahead and try to see what happens here with Tyreek Hill first. And try to build off of that. Like let me see. Maybe a Jeff Wilson, Tyreek Hill stack. Maybe something like that works out. And then, like I said, Palmer's going to have an easy day. So I just cannot see, like, how do I not take him still? Like, I think Herbert is in play, but, man, this is going to be a hard lineup to put together because, let me see, what was the kicker? Who gets the most points here they're giving up? So it's supposed to be the Dolphins kicker. Dolphins kicker here is supposed to be one of the best plays. So if I did take him, got Tyreek Hill, I got the running backs, the yards, and things like that, I could afford Herbert, and it leaves me at Everett or Carter. I don't mind either one of those plays right there. Like, I really don't. Since I do know Miami is giving up 15 points to the tight end, this could be a good play, man. This could actually be a good play here, man. So, like, at least I would probably most likely have the most fantasy points with Tyreek Hill. He should have a big day. Safety and cornerbacks being out, I don't see how he doesn't get it done. But also, if they get into the score, to the goal line multiple times, Jeff Wilson also could get it going. Maybe break 100-yard rushing and get a touchdown too. So I definitely see him being there. Like I said, I could have switched and put him at captain too. Possibly opened up some more. Let me just see what that does open up. Still having Tyreek Hill in the lineup, but Tyreek Hill here. Then I have 2,700. Okay. Puts me at Mike Williams. That's not bad either. To be able to actually get Mike Williams in there, that's kind of cool. I like that too as well. So both of those two lineups, man, are good, man. I really like both of those ways to play that for this weekend, man. I hope though this really helps y'all, man, and y'all win some big money, man, for this great game. It should be a great game to watch, period. I hope it's like 40-43 or something. Like, I really do, because we've been in need for just a great showdown like that. But it's your boy Jaystar, man. Hope y'all, winning that money. Good luck this weekend. I'm out, y'all.